How close can a controller get to F1 Esports? Today we're gonna try and find out how close a controller spread like me can get to F1 Esports pole at Saudi Arabia. Last season I drove in the second best league on PlayStation, not to flex, and now we are going to drive at Jeddah out of all tracks on the controller and see how close we can get to F1 Esports pole. Now Otis Lawrence did a 25.1. I did about 5 hours of sweating, but first we're gonna go into my first lap, which obviously is not gonna be great. It's my very first lap, no warm-up. It's the Q1 session because they do a full qualifying session in the actual F1 Esports race. So in this lap there's gonna be plenty of time to find, Jeddah, as I said, is a very hard track on the controller. The controller thrives on traction mainly, or it very much used to. I don't know if it still does, but I do think it still thrives a little bit on traction, but it just lacks a lot in precision. And on tracks like this, where you have to get close to the walls, close to invalidating, you have to be very precise. So it's not the best track for the controller. So we are going into the deep end and we're gonna try and get as close as we can. Now I wouldn't say I'm one of the best as well, so there is still a skill issue as well that we have to take into consideration. I also have no pressure, of course, in these Grand Prix laps. However, I also have no setup, and this is my own setup that I created. I just made my own esports setup, and I went for like the most aggressive on pretty much everything that I could think of. So yeah, as you can see, that is going to be hard to drive, but we're still warming up, and we did a 27.3 the first time around. Now I wasn't that happy with it. So we went again, did a 26.9, and then now we have warmed up a tiny bit. So we're gonna go on board for another lap. Now we have finally warmed up a little bit, and let's see how close we can get to Esports pole. I will pull up the times of Q1 to compare afterwards, because we are still in Q1, still trying to just simulate and see how close we can get. Now through this first sector, we're already 4/10 up on the 26.9. We do a 31.7 first sector. I will show you a lot of this video, the sector time, so we can compare how much we are improving. Because, as I said in the intro, I did about 5 hours of sweating this. I just did it in one day. I don't know how I did it for so long, but 59.6 is this sector split. Coming up to the very last corner, looking a little bit not perfect, still a little bit, I don't know, moving around, not smooth, not composed, but crossing the line we do 26.4. And as you can see how slow the 110 AI is, insane, 2.6 seconds. But compared to F1 Esports, we're not that far, we're within 8/10, and we have just warmed up. I'm okay with that, I think we could have gotten a little quicker there. So we're gonna hop into Q2, and obviously my aim was kind of to just get a lap in. But as you can see here, that really didn't straight away work out. As usually in a real session, you just have to get a lap in, of course. So you would take it more careful. So we do have to take that into consideration, of course. However, we do a 26.6, slower than my Q1 lap, and then we had some more problems. But now we're gonna go on board for my best Q2 lap. So again, I will show at the end to compare the Q2 times of the real F1 Esports session. But going on board, let's see what we can do, if we can improve at least from that Q2 lap. You can see how much turn-in there is in this car. The esports setup definitely is going my way. I will show the setup, by the way. Usually we don't show the setup, but I'm not in the team right now. I made it myself. The game is at the end of the cycle. I will show you guys the setup, so I think that is a nice addition to this video. But 2/10, we are up on that delta going into this right-hander. It's nice. It's it's nothing perfect, but it's still nice here as well, this left-hander. Really tricky, especially because if you do some mistakes in the lap, and you will see that throughout this video, you finally get to the corner, took such a long time to get to the corner. I'm not finishing the laps if I invalidate. I'm not, you know, I keep on restarting. So we cross the line, we do 26.1. This is the sector times. And again, 2.5 seconds away from the 110. Here you can see 25.3 is the time that Jarno Opmeer did in Q2 there. So we're not too far off. We're in the 25s, you know. That was pretty good. That was my PB at this moment. But yeah, we hop into Q3 and it's a great start, as you can see. We finally finished our first lap. It's again at 26.4. I don't know what we have with that lap time. And also 26.1 and another 26.1. So we are able to finish some laps. I wasn't happy with that lap because, as you can see, just in the last corner, flashing back, I lost 1.5 tenths, almost into the 25s. As I was saying, we did a 26.1. We weren't in the 25s in Q2. I apologize for that, but we're still gonna keep going with this video. I don't. As we make more and more mistakes, we're in this. Mate, this sector 1 is just so tricky. Of course, most time is in sector 1, and yeah, this turn 1 you have to hop the first curb as much as you can. The second curb you have to just get your wheel as far on the right as you can, and then into this S section. Here you have this wall.
Wow.
Wow, and yeah, it's just very hard. It's just a very hard track. But as you can see, turn 1, really important to slow the car down enough and then just get on the power, get that traction down. Here you want to get so close to the wall. We're gonna stay on board for this entire lap. Because this is going to be a good improvement, and on board you can see the lines that we take here are still not the perfect lines there, but we do get through it flat out, and it's a 31.5 really low, which is a nice first sector actually at this point, especially 2 tenths faster than my PB so far. So we keep on going. We do find a little bit more time then into this right hand and hit the wall there. But it seems like on the exit we do just fine. So staying on board for the rest. Let's see in this left-hander if we can nail it. We get so close. We were a little bit hesitant on entry, and I noticed a lot of the times that I did that. Which is good that I noticed it, because I have to stop doing that. But I kept turning in too early and then turning in twice a little bit. We still got through it, very close to the wall, and then into the last corner. Yeah, we don't really hit the apex, but we're gonna cross the line and we do a 25.897. So we're in the 25.8s. Of course, we need 25.1 is the goal. Now, the reason, by the way, that I do the times is so that I can finish the lap and don't have to go into the loading screen. That's why I start about 3 minutes before. As you can see here, 2 minutes. So we cross the line before the finish is over. There you could see the sector times as well. I think main times, main places to improve felt like it was sector 1, of course, because of the most corners. And sector 3, because that was a good sector 1 at this point, but I was just not able to replicate it, or I don't know, even do that. So I didn't really understand where the time was. Now the time we're at 2 places here, definitely not great through the sector, but 2 main places. Here is very important to get the exit right. And here is the line. The lines are so important. If you can keep it smooth, like obviously if you can take it you need to take it flat out, but you can even gain some more time if you hug the right wall. You can just see in the background me crashing out a few times more, but yeah, as I was saying, the line here has to be smooth, and this was almost right on. You also have that curb. Those curbs, man, they are deadly if you have raced here. You already know. Here you can see the setup really quick. I'm not gonna take too long. This is the setup that I made. It was not really anything special. I took the wings from time trial world record, and I just did 121 roll bar and 41.1 121 roll bar, which seemed really good in qualifying usually. So just did the qualifying meta. And it seemed to work out fine because it was much better than the world record setup on time trial. So let's see what we do here. We are still down a little bit on our time into this right hand, and now we go. Yeah, we just it's also like the first sector, it's so hard to get the first sector right. So it was kind of, I think about 75% of this all my footage was just the first sector, because every time I did get through the first sector, it's like, okay, we gotta keep our focus. We just don't have to, we shouldn't mess up, because it's after that it's only 3 braking zones, or 4 braking zones actually. So it's only 4 places where you kind of can mess up, compared to the first sector, which is also more than 4 places pretty much. So yeah, it's not easy. But as you can see here, this left-hander, very important to get the exit right, send it in, get close to the wall. I could find so much time if I nailed it up there. And then in the rest of the S section, as you can see here, we finally get it right. Let's see the sector split. I think it was 0.6, nothing special. We end up invalidating the rest of the lap. Here I was saying, in this S section, keep close to that left-hand side. So it's the tightest line. We get through it nicer. We're definitely improving over time here. But we're still not improving our fastest time. So here we again finally get it together. We do a 31.5, actually a slower sector 1 than before. Let's see in this left-hander, which is also very tricky. It's not that hard, but you cannot go. It feels like you go onto the power too late. So if you try to go on the power too early, then it's really hard. We do 25.9. But as I said, in this corner, it's, yeah, I don't know. Here it feels like you're too late, and then I try to go too early, as you can see here, and then you go up to the wall. It doesn't give damage. I have damage on here, by the way, as you could see by my crash outs a couple of times. But yeah, I started messing around with the setup a little bit more, because I felt like, okay, I'm doing like 6 tenths. Is there 6 tenths in my lap if I do it perfectly? I think even with a flashback, even if I do it perfectly, like I'm not, like there's still skill issue, I know, but I don't know. I feel like there is still something in the setup that we are missing. So I was trying some things, and obviously the ERS can also make a huge difference. So towards the end, I will actually find a better ERS strategy, which seemed to work a little bit better for me. I don't know at the end of the day if it actually was a lot better or if I just improved myself. But we do another 25.8. It was a little bit quicker than my previous 25.8. So we are actually on a PB. But yeah, we need to keep on improving here. Again, we're messing with the setup. We're trying lower wings. I was thinking, it's a game. Is that one wing really gonna make the difference? You know, isn't it low wings is just better because you have a little bit more straight line speed? I don't know. That's what I thought. But I ended up staying with it just didn't work completely. I don't know if it actually doesn't work. Maybe I didn't go on for it too long. It's such a thing with setups. Yeah, you just try stuff, and if it doesn't feel quicker, then you go for something different. Like, but yeah, it can also be your driving. It's sometimes hard to tell, but we're gonna cross the line here finally with that new setup, and it's gonna be a 25.863. So we are getting more consistent. We are getting better. I went from the 12.0 wings to the 13.1 wings to try that out, and I did feel better. As we do 26.4 again, but I did feel definitely better with it. As it was just, I don't know. It just gave me a lot more traction, especially in turn 1, where I just gained a lot of time with that one, and it was so much time gain. Actually more time gain than time loss on the straight. So again, we're gonna stay on board. Now into this right-hander is also very difficult corner. It's very important that you open it up, going to the left side, and then just send it in, get close to that wall. And then on the exit, yeah, you have to just be a little bit patient. This first sector, that first corner, it was kind of a hit or miss. Either I was a 10th up or a 10th down. Then into this S section, as you can see, we're almost gonna go into another improvement, but do this actions really nice up to this point until we unfortunately hit a wall.
Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
We're okay. I was actually doing pretty good mentally during this video. Unbelievable. Yeah, I was kept going. I was just trying to learn, just trying to do better, you know, every time. Just trying to learn where is the time on this track, you know, how does Otis Lawrence do 25.1? I don't know. We're gonna try and find out, because here we finally look like we hook it up. We do a 31.5 low again into this left hander. We throw it in. We now use 52 brake bias. I try to use a lower brake bias for these corners because it's, yeah, these corners are very capable of them. Then into this right hander. Very nice, actually. Keep it in 5th gear. We still do not really gain the time there, but we are up on one of the deltas. As you can see, we paused because I was experiencing some force feedback issues. We send it into the last corner. I was taking a breath, and we do a 0.2 sector split now, and we have the last corner to go. Let's see what we can do. We go up to 54 brake bias at this point, because I did that as well in the time trial sweat video that I did. It seemed to work there. Crossing the line though, it is a 25.799, and it didn't take that long for me to do this lap time. Actually, it was quite, I think I did it within a couple of hours, if you would say that is short. That's not that short. But yeah, the 25.7, I was happy with it, but it wasn't enough for me. So we're gonna keep on going, and we're gonna finish the lap. We're gonna analyze 2 more corners, and then we're gonna go into my fastest lap that I did. And as you can see here, this is our left-hander as well. You want to go again, same like the last corner, just go to the right-hand side, send it in, keep it at 6th, and then we have the last corner just to go. And let's see what we do for this last corner. We just throw it in, and the last corner was also actually surprisingly a corner where I could find a lot of time. I thought it was not too much to it, but it's very important to get a kind of a late apex here, get a good exit, really brake really late, trail brake really nicely into the corner, and then be quick on the power. You will see we do it a couple of times here. This is all not the perfect way. You will see the last time that we go through it, it's gonna be much better. You will see we keep missing the apex as well. We try to brake as late as we can. I used 54 brake bias. Eventually, I realized that 53 brake bias in this corner just worked better. There was so much more rotation. Now you can see we finally hit the apex, and the exit is right. So we're gonna head into my very best lap of this video. But first we have 2 honorable mentions, because I actually edited out about 1 hour of footage, because it was just me again crashing, trying again, no difference, and this video is already pretty long. So imagine how much time it took me, and you know how much struggle at this track. But we're gonna head into my very best lap around this track. Let's see what we do. We start the lap, and you can see the ERS strat, of course, that we ended up with. We're gonna head into turn 1, braking around the 100 meter board. Skip so much of the corner, go to the left as much as you can, and then use all of the track here on the exit. And then into this left-hander, brake early, 4th gear I take. A lot of people also like 5th gear. Just a tap of the overtake, I kept it in medium there. And then into this S section, which is beautiful if you can hook it up like that. And let's see what my first sector was. This was by far my very best first sector, low point 4, throwing it in. We have to keep it together for the rest of this lap. We're going to overtake. up to a little below 69, 67, and then to the right hand we send it in. We know we are on for a very good lap here, and we actually hook it up very nicely there. Let's keep it going. We have this long straight to think about. This left-hander coming up. Let's just send it through this left-hander. We just send it, and I think it wasn't exactly perfect, but still, look at the delta there. It was a 0.1 sector split. Just the last corner to go. Let's not mess it up. That's all that you are thinking about. Brake as late as we can. We're gonna trail brake nicely, and on the exit, it wasn't the most beautiful last corner, but let's see here what we do. Crossing the line, we do a 25.747. I was not able to get lower than that. I think on a perfect lap, a 0.6 is in there, but a 0.1, Otis, GG. I don't know how you do it, man. You have to teach me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. On your screen, you will see the video where I tried the same, but around Silverstone. Go ahead and check it out if you enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.